I am Pinoy Rob.
I am Pinoy Rob.
And for the headlines, weather forecast. Amihan brings cooler temperatures to Northern and Central Luzon. Local news. A notorious drug dealer was arrested while peddling drugs inside a room at an inn in Barangay 29, Cagayan De Oro. A taxi driver who hit and killed a grade 12 student has asked for forgiveness. Over 20 employees at the City Hall have tested positive in a drug test. Clarex blamed OCA for the failure of the peace and order audit in Cagayan De Oro. National news. The palace dismissed former President Duterte's claim that Marcos stole and sold the Philippines' gold reserves. International news. Bangladesh detains thousands as criminal activities rise. Entertainment. Taeyang of BIGBANG shines as he wraps up his tour in Manila. Sports. The Cleveland Cavaliers secured their 7th consecutive victory, overcoming the Memphis Grizzlies. International feature. An American Airlines flight was rerouted to Rome after a security issue arose during the flight. National feature. Vietnamese love scam victims testified against those arrested in a pogo operation in Parañaque. Trivia. Elephant memory, a lifeline for survival and leadership.
If you find this segment informative, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe to stay updated with our latest news, and share this broadcast to your friends and family. Your support helps us keep you informed. Help us get our first 10,000 subscribers. Your engagement matters. Liking, sharing, and subscribing to our content not only helps more people discover the important stories we bring you, but also supports our team's hard work. It boosts our visibility in the algorithm, making it easier for others to find ways to stay informed. Plus, it helps us generate more resources to continue delivering the news you rely on. Thank you for being part of our community.
Good morning, Philippines. Magandang umaga, Luzon, ug maayong adlaw, Visayas ug Mindanao. Today is Monday, February 24, 2025. I am Athalia P. Sanyal. Local news. A notorious drug dealer was arrested while peddling drugs inside a room at an inn in Barangay 29, Cagayan De Oro. A suspected big-time drug dealer was arrested after being found checking into a small inn in Barangay 29 in this city. In a drug bypass and entrapment operation, the Philippine National Police Philippine Drug Enforcement Group successfully bought a sack of what is believed to be shabu worth 7,000 pesos from the suspect. The authorities also recovered 9 large packages of shabu from the suspect with an estimated street value of 350,000 pesos. Following a follow-up operation, the suspect, identified by the alias Mike, 42 years old and a resident of Surigao City, was arrested. According to the initial report from the PNP PDEG team leader, the suspect is known as a notorious shabu dealer. In the suspect's defense, he claimed that he had been living in the said barangay since December 2024 to have his damaged sports utility vehicle repaired by his regular mechanic. He also refused to comment on the shabu found in his bag inside the rented room. A taxi driver who hit and killed a grade 12 student has asked for forgiveness. A taxi driver who accidentally ran over and killed a graduating student on Mastersons Avenue, Upper Balulang in the city could only ask for forgiveness. According to Police Corporal Brian Kuhit, an investigator from the Cagayan de Oro City Police Office Traffic Enforcement Unit, the taxi driver made a U-turn to pick up a passenger, but unfortunately collided with the motorcycle driven by the victim. The victim was identified as Beb Emmanuel Dologin, 19 years old, a grade 12 student and a resident of Malacañang, Barangay Carmen in the city. According to Corporal Kuhit, witnesses saw that the motorcycle, which had a back rider, was speeding, which caused severe damage when it collided with the side of the taxi. The incident resulted in a broken left leg, right arm, and head injury for the victim. He was brought to J.R. Borja City Hospital, where he was declared dead. The police took custody of the taxi driver. Over 20 employees at the City Hall have tested positive in a drug test. City Councilor Romeo Calizo expressed disappointment over the increase in the number of employees who tested positive for illegal drug use following the surprise drug test conducted by the City Anti-Drug Abuse Council on City Hall employees. In an interview with Bombo Radio, Calizo, who is the co-chairman of CADAC, stated that the number of employees who tested positive reached 17. There has been no decision yet from the office of City Mayor Clarex Uy on whether to dismiss or suspend the employees found to be using illegal drugs. The councilor believes that with over 8,000 employees working in City Hall, a significant increase from around 4,000, there is a higher chance that some may have entered the government while using illegal drugs. Calizo hopes that their continuous awareness campaign and drug symposia will help ensure that all employees at City Hall in Cagayan de Oro are 100% drug-free. Clarex blamed OCA for the failure of the Peace and Order audit in Cagayan de Oro. Former City Mayor Oscar Moreno blamed incumbent City Mayor Rolando Clarex Uy for the failure to maintain Cagayan de Oro's status as a high-performing local government unit in northern Mindanao. This was Moreno's reaction despite the explanation provided by the Department of the Interior and Local Government, Cagayan de Oro, that the issue was due to minor discrepancies in the Peace and Order Council audit, which was part of the basis for achieving the seal of good local governance in 2023. DILG City Director Edward Bagwani initially revealed that the city achieved a 75% passing rate in the POC because criminality data records from 2022 to 2023 were mixed, and this was the reason why the city only received a score of 73.6% based on the computer-generated printout of the Philippine National Police Regional Assessment. The failure was caused by a delayed resolution and a miscommunication between the regional PNP assessor and the Cagayan de Oro City Police Office. The city's appeal to the central office was already too late to be considered. However, Moreno stated that the explanation provided by DILG CDO did not align with the city government's failure in the SGLG award quest. While Moreno criticized the city government, Mayor Clarex had already made an appeal to the department managers to prioritize the SGLG evaluators' concerns last October 5, 2023. This was because the city aimed to once again win the second highest honor for the people. In fact, the mayor mentioned that for him, it was only a task but an honor for the people in the second SGLG award was achieved. The first victory in the SGLG was made possible by the efforts of Moreno's administration, and the Uy administration simply accepted the foundation laid down during his term. The political relationship between the two has soared since the 2022 elections, setting the stage for a mayoral contest in the 2025 midterm elections. Weather forecast. The Amihan brings cooler temperatures to Northern and Central Luzon. Cooler weather is expected today, February 24, 2025, as the northeast monsoon brings lower temperatures to Northern and Central Luzon. According to Pag-asa, Cagayan Valley, the Cordillera Administrative Region, and Aurora are experiencing cloudy skies with moderate rains. Meanwhile, Metro Manila, Ilocos Region, the rest of Central Luzon, and Calabarzon will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with scattered light rains due to the Amihan. Eastern Visayas, Central Visayas, Negros Island Region, Caraga, Sorsogon, Masbate, Capiz, Iloilo, Davao Oriental, and Davao de Oro will experience cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms due to the easterlies. As of 4 a.m., February 24, 2025, Pag-asa is not monitoring any low-pressure area for potential tropical cyclone formation.
A pedestrian lane is an interim or temporary pedestrian facility that may be appropriate on roads with low to moderate speeds and volumes. A pedestrian lane is a designated space on the roadway for exclusive use of pedestrians. The lane may be on one or both sides of the roadway and can fill gaps between important destinations in a community. Washing hands can keep you healthy and prevent the spread of respiratory and diarrheal infections. Germs can spread from person to person or from surfaces to people when you touch your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands.
National news. The palace dismissed former President Duterte's claim that Marcos stole and sold the Philippines' gold reserves. Malacañang on Monday denied former President Rodrigo Duterte's claim that President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has stolen and sold the country's gold reserves. The former president made the accusation during a rally in Cebu over the weekend, where he also claimed that Marcos was veering towards dictatorship. In a palace briefing, newly installed PCO Undersecretary and Palace Press Officer Attorney Claire Castro reiterated the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas statement that clarified that the country's gross international reserves, including gold, are held and managed solely by the BSP and is not used for any other purpose other than meeting the country's forex requirements. This issue was already addressed in October 2024. What I don't understand is why President Duterte keeps bringing it up. Doesn't he have economic experts who could inform him about the regular activities of the BSP? Castro said. In a statement, the PSP said it buys or sells gold to maintain an optimum level as a hedge against price movements of other assets. According to the BSP, the sale of gold is just a regular activity. How? Why? To pop up the economy. Even during former President Duterte's time, this was the BSP's job. Didn't he know that? International news. Bangladesh detains thousands as criminals' activities rise. Bangladeshi security forces have arrested more than 8,600 people after a 2-week crackdown targeting gangs allegedly connected to the ousted government of Sheikh Hasina, the government said on Monday. The arrests come as concern grows at rising crime levels in the capital, with police saying that the number of robberies has doubled since January last year. Jahangir Alam Chowdhury, head of the Interior Ministry in the interim government that took over after Hasina was ousted in the August 2024 student-led revolution, ordered officers to intensify Operation Devil Hunt. Police said security forces have arrested more than 8,600 people since the operation began on February 8. Chowdhury blamed members of Hasina's Awami League party for the crime spate, accusing them of wanting to destabilize the country. Operation Devil Hunt will continue and we won't let the perpetrators sleep or rest, Chowdhury told reporters early on Monday after an emergency briefing to address security. I have ordered the forces to intensify patrolling. The crackdown has also prompted protests by students angry at the spate of violent crime, with many demanding Chowdhury resign. We don't know what this hunt is actually achieving, said Sadia Afrin Mo, a graduate student. The situation is going from bad to worse. The number of rapes is increasing while assaults and muggings have made life unbearable. Sumaya Nazneen described how her brother, injured businessman Anwar Hossein, was shot and stabbed outside his home by machete-wielding robbers ride motorbikes. And for the entertainment, Taeyang of BIGBANG shines as he wraps up his tour in Manila. As with most K-pop concerts, the Manila leg of Taeyang's The Light Year tour was a visual feast with vibrant backdrops, multicolored lights, and dramatic bursts of flames and pyrotechnics. Yet, despite all these establishments, none burned brighter than the man at the center of it all. It was only fitting that his stage name meant sun, as Taeyang ignited the Mall of Asia Arena with a 2-hour show that displayed the full range of his artistry. Taeyang's skills were on full display the moment he emerged from atop a raised platform at the upstage, a blazing sun glowing in the background. Without missing a beat, he launched into prayer, seamlessly blending equally powerful and fluid choreography with the track's mid-tempo R&B groove. Fans, on the other hand, welcomed Taeyang with thunderous cheers and collective sing-alongs. It was hardly surprising. After all, 7 years had passed since the singer's last visit to Manila. And the Filipino fans, known for their passionate energy during concerts, were more than ready to let out their long-held excitement. I'm very excited to meet you all and I miss you so much, Taeyang, who spoke in English throughout the concert, told throngs of fans that flocked to the Pasay Arena. After all those years, thank you for having me once again. At the start of the show, Taeyang also made a special request. If you know the song during the show, please stand up and sing along with me. Tonight is the last day of the light year, so you guys really need to express every single energy you have. Not that he even had to ask, as his request seemed like something the local crowd did naturally. Sports. The Cleveland Cavaliers secured their 7th consecutive victory, overcoming the Memphis Grizzlies. Donovan Mitchell scored 33 points to lead the Cleveland Cavaliers to a 129-123 victory over the Memphis Grizzlies in a heated NBA cross-conference clash on Sunday. T. Jerome scored 26 points off the bench. Evan Mobley added 25 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists. And Jarrett Allen scored 13 points with 10 rebounds for Eastern Conference leaders Cleveland, who improved their league best record to 47-10. The Grizzlies, second in the Western Conference and coming off a comeback win in Orlando on Friday, were led by Jaren Jackson Jr.'s 22 points. Ja Morant added 21 points and 10 assists for Memphis, who trailed 62-56 at halftime but briefly took a 1-point lead early in the third quarter. Cleveland regained the lead, and both coaches had already received technical fouls when a scuffle broke out midway through the third quarter. Mitchell and Desmond Bane got into a scuffle while chasing a loose ball and ended up wrestling on the court. Security rushed in, along with players from each team. Mitchell and Bane both received technical fouls, as did Morant and Cleveland's Tristan Thompson. Cavs coach Kenny Atkinson said he was only sorry that multiple players got involved. "Stay out of the way and let the two guys tussle. Everybody else stay out of it," he said. The Grizzlies kept fighting until the end, slicing an 11-point deficit with 5:54 to play to 3 with 42.4 seconds on the clock, but Cavs closed it out at the free throw line. International feature. An American Airlines flight was rerouted to Rome after a security issue arose during the flight. An American Airlines flight from New York to New Delhi was diverted to Rome on Sunday due to a security concern later determined to be non-credible, the airline said. The flight landed safely in Rome and is set to depart for Delhi on Monday. The flight, which took off from John F. Kennedy International Airport, was en route to Indira Gandhi International Airport in New Delhi. American Airlines Flight 292, with service from New York to Delhi, diverted to Rome due to a possible security concern, American Airlines said in a statement. Law enforcement Rome inspected and cleared the aircraft to redepart. The flight will stay overnight in Rome to allow for required crew rest before continuing to Delhi on Monday, the company said. The Boeing 7879 Dreamliner flight with about 200 people on board landed at Rome's Leonardo da Vinci Airport at about 16:20 GMT, according to airport sources. The plane was over the Caspian Sea when the airline warned the crew of a bomb threat, sources added. National feature. Vietnamese love scam victims testified against those arrested in a pogo operation in Parañaque. Vietnamese nationals testified during inquest proceedings against Filipinos and foreigners arrested in a Philippine offshore gaming operator hub in Parañaque City, according to Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission Executive Director Gilbert Cruz. Cruz stated that the Vietnamese individuals were used as models to lure victims into cryptocurrency investments. He explained, "They are the models in this pogo hub we raided here at PITX. Aside from investment scams, they operate love scams, and these Vietnamese are the models they use to attract investors. After you fall in love with them, they encourage you to invest in cryptocurrency." The arrested individuals, both Filipinos and foreigners, were apprehended on Thursday in the Pogo facility located inside the ATI building in front of the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange in Barangay Tambo. Following the raid, authorities filed qualified human trafficking charges against 20 foreign nationals involved in the operations of the illegal scam hub. PAOCC Chief Gilbert Cruz announced that the inquest for the foreign nationals operating the Pogo hub and PITX had been conducted, and charges were filed against 20 of them. He added, "Qualified trafficking because you can clearly see that they facilitated the employment of individuals in this Pogo hub to work here for a long time." The scam hub also faced several other violations, including operating without the necessary permits. Trivia: Elephant memory, a lifeline for survival and leadership. Elephants are known for their remarkable memory, which plays an essential role in their survival, particularly during difficult situations like droughts. A significant study conducted in 1993 in Tarangire National Park, Tanzania, explored how elephant herds managed during extreme drought conditions. Researchers found that older matriarchs who had lived through previous droughts guided their herds to water and food sources, showing the value of knowledge passed down through generations. On the other hand, younger matriarchs without this past experience had difficulty finding resources, leading to higher rates of calf deaths in their herds. This study highlights the importance of memory in elephants' ability to cope with environmental challenges. Their ability to remember and recognize water and food locations over long distance is crucial for their survival, especially in times of scarcity. The findings emphasize the vital role of experienced matriarchs in leading their herds through tough times, ensuring their population persists. For more in-depth details, you can check out the study of the Wildlife Conservation Society, which provides a thorough analysis of elephant memory and how it affects their survival strategies. And that was the information we got from here and abroad. Keep listening and watching. Please subscribe Pinoy Rob on YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. And please tune in our segment Wow Pinoy. And have a wonderful day.
If you find this segment informative, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe to stay updated with our latest news and share this broadcast to your friends and family. Your support helps us keep you informed. Help us get our first 10,000 subscribers. Your engagement matters. Liking, sharing, and subscribing to our content not only helps more people discover the important stories we bring you, but also supports our team's hard work. It boosts our visibility in the algorithm, making it easier for others to find ways to stay informed. Plus, it helps us generate more resources to continue delivering the news you rely on. Thank you for being part of our community.